So once I've primed my lid with the e.l.f. Eyelid Primer, I'm going to be taking the Sleek Ultra Matte palette. This one I believe is volume 2, and I'm going to be taking this kind of reddish, brick reddish brown shade. I'm just going to be applying that in the crease with the Real Techniques blending brush. And then taking a cleaned blending brush from Bdellium Tools, I'm just going to blend out the edges so that there's no harsh lines. And then taking the Nude Tude Palette from thebalm, I'm going to be taking the shade Sleek, which is just a really dark brown shade. And I'm also going to take the Bdellium Tools 780 brush, and I'm going to be applying that into the crease. And as you can see, I am doing it quite precisely, almost creating a cut crease. And then taking the Stila in the Garden palette, I'm going to be taking this really rich gold shade. I believe this is in the shade Honey. I'm just going to be applying that all over the lid and just making sure that I don't kind of go into the crease. And then I go back in with Sleek just to make sure that none of that colour was lost. I then did a winged liner with the Maybelline gel eyeliner, but I did that off camera just because I find it really difficult to keep my head in the frame. But I'm going to be taking the shade Serious from the Nude Tude Palette, and I'm going to be also applying that into the crease, again almost creating a cut crease, and I'm also going to blend that out just to make sure that there's no harsh lines. And then going back in with the first shade that we applied into the crease from the Sleek palette, I'm just going to blend out the edges with a clean Real Techniques blending brush. Then taking the shade Nectar from the same Stila palette, I'm just going to be using that as a brow bone highlight. I also applied some falsies, and the ones that I'm wearing are the Cherry Blossom 119s. And then I'm also going to be lining my waterline with the Soap & Glory Smoulder Kohl eyeliner in Super Black. And then going back in with the Stila palette, I'm going to be taking the shade Juniper, which is kind of like a, I don't know, a green kind of shade, because I just wanted to add a bit of colour, and I'm just applying that to my lower lash line. So onto face makeup, I first primed as usual with the Smashbox Photo Finish foundation primer, and I just applied that with my fingers, kind of focusing on my T-zone as I get most oily there. And the foundation that I went with was the Becca Luminous Skin Colour in the shade Nuba. I'm just buffing that into my skin with the Real Techniques buffing brush. And then to conceal, I'm taking the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn, and I just apply that, as you can see, under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, around my mouth, under my, just below my lip, and on my forehead, and I just blend that out with my finger. So I've been really getting into kind of cream contouring, so I'm using the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra 24-Hour Makeup in, I believe, the darkest shade, and I'm just going to be applying that to my cheekbones, my temples, and also my nose. And then taking the Benefit Erase Paste, I'm going to be applying that on top of the concealer that I already have on, just to brighten it up a bit more. This is optional, but I just really like the kind of highlighted look. And then I'm just going to blend everything together. I didn't actually notice that I didn't blend my temples properly, because you can still see kind of the harsh lines. But we can hopefully excuse that. But as you can see, I'm just blending everything together with the Real Techniques contouring brush. And so to set all the highlighted areas, I'm using the Sleek Pressed Powder. This is the translucent one, so it provides very little coverage. I have this in the shade Medium, and I'm just applying that with an e.l.f. powder brush. And to set my face, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 355 Coconut, and I'm using the Real Techniques powder brush just to set everything and just to make sure that I don't get oily throughout the day. And then the blush that I went with was the Illamasqua powder blush in the shade Thrust, which is becoming definitely one of my all-time favourite blushes, and I'm just applying that to the apples of my cheeks. So of course I had to highlight, so I'm taking the Lou-Manizer from the balm and I'm going to be applying that to my cheekbones, the bridge of my nose and also my cupid's bow. This is a really great highlighter and I definitely think that it will flatten most skin tones. So of course I went for a nude lip, so I'm taking the Milani Colour Statement lipstick in the shade Teddy Bear and then also the NYX Butter Gloss in Gingersnap. So this is the completed look. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching. All the products used will be listed in the description box down below and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.